If when we die, we become one with Shakti, then how do we carry our past lives into another life?
Uh, I mean, two answers to that. First of all, I wouldn't worry about things like that. I mean, take care of your present life, get yourself developed, build a deep sense of surrender and nothingness in yourself, and learn to live your life now in the moment. And then these kinds of questions, they never need be asked because, what you discover is that everything in the future, the past, exists in the present. And the only reason we ask questions like that is because we're cut off from the past, from the present, and our minds bounce between the fear of death, the future, what will life bring, and guilt over the past, and et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. I mean, how do I answer a question like that? You bring into your next life whatever you accrued in this life. If you spend this life murdering people, that's what you're going to bring. And the energy you're going to have to work out of. If you spend this life learning how to be kind and doing good deeds and learning how to love unconditionally yourself and other people, it's what you're going to bring with you to your next lifetime. Until you finally evolve and develop all aspects of your humanity, you become one with God, and then there is no next lifetime. So I wouldn't even, look, take care of making your life work 1,000% in the present. And by that, I don't mean, becoming a trillionaire. I mean, what I mean is simply learning how to keep open, learning how to love, learning how to treat yourself and other human beings with dignity, with gratitude, with love. And the rest of it will take care of itself. It will simply take care of itself. And there'll never be a question of what do I bring with me and what, it's not like you're making a trip, to take a vacation, You'll bring with you exactly what you have accomplished in this lifetime. And whatever fears you have and insecurities you have in this lifetime, you're going to have to work out in your next lifetime if you don't work them out now. You have a different body, but you'll have, the internal lives of people haven't changed in a billion years. And you bring with you whatever you need to work on in order to become an enlightened being. If you don't work it out in this lifetime, you'll have to work it out in the next lifetime, or the one after, or 100 down the road, until you finally get your spiritual shit together. And allow yourself to become one with God, higher energy, to be nothing inside, to just be a child of God. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? That's what's amazing about doing deep inner work. We can work it all out in one lifetime. if we really make the commitment to do it. Or we can do it incrementally, learning how to overcome certain fear, insecurities, learning how to make room for another person to live in your life, learning things, you know? And incrementally, we get closer and closer to where, you know, there is the beginnings of a state of nothingness inside. And we discover that the connection with God is simply the most important connection any human being can have. Everything else is just interference. But I don't say we don't live in the world, because we are born here to learn how to live here. It's one of the reasons the soul comes to this place, is to learn how to live here, to learn how to work out karma, to learn how to overcome the suffering and the difficulties of life, to learn how to become a loving person, and to learn how, amidst all of the madness that goes on in this world, we can have a connection with higher energy in the universe. We just have to be strong enough to transform it into Shakti, into Chi. And once we learn how to do that, it opens up a totally different, level of living. And this isn't anything we can intellectually understand or rationalize or figure out. Trying to figure out God is one of the most absurd and hopeless situations on the earth, because it's impossible, It's beyond all human comprehension. But becoming, in quotes, a child of God, where that higher energy becomes living experience inside us, that's possible. But then that is the job of a human being, to transform themselves so they can certainly learn how to live that way. Does anyone else have a question? I mean, I don't, these classes are getting simpler and more powerful. And it's really an incredible opportunity for all of us to take this kind of energy inside and really allow it to work on us, transform us, and to open, become one with a higher force. I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, it doesn't sit with many people. People come to one class a week, one class a month. I mean, I don't stop them, I figure one class a month is better than nothing. But it doesn't work. There has to be a real commitment to doing spiritual internal work. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay. If there are no more questions, then But this has been a long week after the retreat and everything this way. I don't want to complain because I guess I would rather do this than anything in the world. But it's been a long week. So God bless you all. And there'll be class Sunday night. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And once again, you know, this class on Zoom, which to me is like a kind of a miracle type thing, it's certainly helping me to grow, and I think it's helping many of you to grow. And I have really a lot of gratitude that we can do this. We can sit and literally bask in this kind of energy, which you don't see anywhere in the world. Energy of this intensity, of this depth. And that is the spiritual food we share with each other. And it's really a delicious food. And it's a food that constantly reminds all of us why we're here, why we were born, what we have to do here, what's real, what's an illusion. Okay, so if there are no more questions, then God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody Sunday evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Stuart. So beautiful.
Thanks, Stuart.
Good night.
Good night.